Have you ever opened Amazon to buy one thing and somehow ended up spending $50 more than you planned? Or maybe you've walked into a store for toothpaste and left with a shopping cart full of stuff you never intended to buy. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, most people do it. And here's the crazy part. It's usually not because they're bad with money. It's because they're human. Every day, companies spend billions of dollars studying one thing: how to get your attention, how to influence your decisions, and ultimately, how to get you to spend more money. Most of the time, it works. And most people don't even realize it's happening. Think about the last thing you bought on impulse. Maybe it was a gadget, a pair of shoes, a subscription, or something you saw on social media. At the time, it probably felt like a great idea. You convinced yourself you needed it. Maybe you even imagined how much better life would be after buying it. But a few days later, the excitement was gone, and you're left wondering, why did I buy that? The answer starts inside your brain. Every time you buy something new, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical. It's associated with pleasure, excitement, and reward. What's interesting is that your brain often gets more excited before the purchase than after it. That's why shopping can feel so addictive. You're not always buying the product. Sometimes you're buying the feeling. And companies know this. That's why stores are designed the way they are. That's why websites show limited time deals. That's why apps send notifications. And that's why every sale seems to end in just a few hours. They want you to feel urgency, because urgency shuts down careful thinking. When you see a message that says, "Only 2 left in stock," or "Sale ends tonight," your brain starts worrying about missing out, even if you didn't want the item 5 minutes ago. Now, suddenly it feels important. This is called FOMO, the fear of missing out. And it's one of the most powerful psychological triggers in marketing. But it doesn't stop there. Social media has made impulse buying even more powerful. Think about how many products you see every day. Someone is showing off a new phone. Someone is wearing expensive clothes. Someone is driving a luxury car. Someone is promoting the latest trend. After a while, your brain starts comparing. And comparison is dangerous. Because comparison creates dissatisfaction. The things you already own suddenly don't feel exciting anymore. Your perfectly good phone feels old. Your clothes feel outdated. Your life feels behind, even when nothing is actually wrong. That's when many people start spending money to solve emotional problems. Feeling bored? Buy something. Feeling stressed? Buy something. Feeling sad? Buy something. Need a quick mood boost? Buy something. The problem is that spending money only creates temporary happiness. The excitement fades, and then the cycle starts all over again. This is exactly why so many people end up living paycheck to paycheck. Not because they're making terrible decisions every day, but because they're making hundreds of small emotional decisions. A coffee here, a subscription there, a random online purchase, a sale they couldn't resist. Individually, these purchases don't seem like a big deal, but together, they can quietly drain thousands of dollars every year. Now, here's the good news. Impulse buying is a habit, and habits can be changed. One of the simplest strategies is called the 24-hour rule. Whenever you want to buy something non-essential, wait 24 hours. That's it. No complicated budgeting system, no financial tricks. Just wait. Because time creates distance between emotion and action. And once the emotional excitement disappears, you can evaluate the purchase more logically. Many people discover they don't even want the item anymore. Another useful strategy is to create a shopping list before entering a store and stick to it. Simple, but incredibly effective. You can also remove saved credit cards from shopping apps. The harder it is to buy something instantly, the less likely you are to make impulse purchases. The goal isn't to stop buying things you enjoy. Money